Okay, 8th graders, we're going to go ahead and go over diagnostic number 9, which is the one that you guys took yesterday. Okay, so this is actually problem number 1. You know the drill. If you got it wrong, this is the time you watch the video. If not, just skip it to the problems that you got incorrect. So for the first one, it says, which letter below shows the best approximation for the square root of 78 to the nearest tenth on the number line? So we have the square root of 78. Now this question should be very easy and straightforward. They give you a number line, okay? And they tell you it's A, B, C, D. So you have to look at your number line, analyze that number line, okay? Clearly it's from 8 to 9. What do these little lines mean? Well, this one's 8. That's 8.5, so that should be 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4, 8.5, 8.6, 8.7, 8.8, 8.9, and 9. So the first thing you have to do is look at your number line. After, you just solve the problem the way we normally solve it. So the square root of 78, that's why I show you how to do the number line, because it's actually going to really help you on this problem. I know that the square root of 78 is between the square root of 64 and the square root of 81, which is 8 and 9. Now, if you still don't understand why it's the square root of 64 is between the square root of 64 and the square root of 81, that's where you want to go back and watch the square root videos. They should come second nature to you. So I know that's 8.5. And look at this. This number line looks almost identical to that one. Now, the square root of 78, if we look at the distances, I know that 78 to 81, that's 3 spaces. Versus this one will be, what is that? 6 plus 4, 14 spaces. So therefore, my answer's to the right side. Knowing this, you could eliminate a lot of answers just knowing that part. If it's to the right side of 8.5, I could eliminate letter A and letter B. Those are out. So the only answers you have is letter C and letter D. And the best part is use the answers to your advantage. I'm going to check letter C and I'm going to check letter D. So I know that letter C is 8.6. So I'm going to go 8.6 times 8.6. And I know that letter D is 8.6, 8.7, 8.8 times 8.8. And then you just multiply it. That's how you're going to find out the answer. So I know that 6 times 6 is 36, 6 times 8 is 48, 49, 50, 51, 0. 8 times 6 is 48. I'm going to carry the 4 now. 8 times 8 is 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. Okay, now add 6, 9, 13, $73.96. I want $78. Clearly, that is very low. So therefore, my answer most likely is going to be 8.8. But I'm still going to test it out. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 8 is 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 0. 8 times 8 is another 64. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 6 is another 70. I'm going to add 4, 4, 7, $87. Whoa, I made a mistake. That should be a 7. $77.44. Clearly, that one is way closer to 78, and therefore, the answer for that one was letter D. I just showed you that I am using my answer choices to solve the given problem. And that's how you do number 1. Let's go ahead and do number 2. Okay. Number 2. This question has been constantly on this diagnostics, and you guys need to master this. 90 equals 20 minus 10y. You know this is an equation. We separate the equation, okay? We separate the equation, we circle the variable, but notice that the variable has a negative 10 or a minus 10 as a coefficient. So I'm also going to circle that. I'm going to use the inverse operation because we focus on the side where the bubble is. So therefore, the 20 is here. The 20 is not inside the bubble. So I have to move that guy over here. But you cannot just move something on the equation, just be like, okay, let me put the 20 over here. You have to use inverse operation. That's a positive 20. So the inverse of a positive 20 is a minus 20. If you do it to one side, you also have to do it to the other. Okay? That and that cancels out. So the minus 10y comes down. Don't forget it's minus 10y. And I know that's 70. I'm almost done. The last step of an equation will always have to be division. So we're going to divide both sides by a negative 10, negative 10. Always, always, always. I use my little face here. Positive divided by a negative. A positive divided by a negative gives me a negative answer. So I know that this 7 is negative. So y equals negative 7, which the answer was letter D. You guys need to get these questions right. We constantly give you this on the diagnostic. Okay? Let's go ahead and do number 3. Okay. Number 3. Enter the approximate value of 3 square root of 15. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did 3 times 15 and you said it was 45 and you circled letter A, that's wrong. That's way off. You can't do that. That square root is blocking you from doing that. What you need to do first is do the square root of 15. So now we're going to do the square root of 15 first. So I know it's between the square root of 9 and the square root of 16. That's what I need to do first. The square root of 9 is 3. The square root of 16 is 4. So this is 3.5. Okay? Clearly, if you look at your number line, 15 is only one space away from 16. So I'm going to pick this side. So it could be 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9. And this is a part that's annoying. I know it's a pain in the butt that we have to go over each one of them. But we just have to do that. I'm going to choose the middle player. 3.7 times 3.7. Now, if you look at letter B, they have 3.7 through 3.9. That's wrong because we also have to worry about that 3 at the end. Okay? So I'm going to do 3.7 times 3.7, 49, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 0, 21, carry a 2, 9, 10, 11. I add 9, 6, 3, 1. 13.69. That is very close. So I'm just going to choose 3.8 just to be safe now. Let me see if I choose 3.8. Will it come out? Yeah, it's going to come out. 3.8 here. 3 times 3.8. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 6 will be 30. 0. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 3 is 9, 10, 11. I add 4, 4, 4, 14.44. Clearly, 3.8 is a way better estimate. I could do 3.9, but I'm just going to roll with 3.8 because that's very close. Okay, so now I know that this is actually 3.8, but I'm not done. I have to get that 3 and multiply that. Multiply them together. So now I'm going to do 3.8 times 3. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 3 is 9, 10, 11. So this is 11. Oh, wait a minute. That is wrong. Never mind. Mr. Hernandez. I forgot to check 3.9. So now I'm going to check 3.9. 3.9 times 3.9. Okay? I'm going to multiply those out. So I have 81, 27, plus 8, 27, 35, 0 here, 3 times 9 is 27. 9, 10, 11. Now I add 1, 12, 3, 4, 5, 15.21. It's okay to go above, but notice that 15.21 is closer, so I should have picked, that's wrong. I should have picked 3.9. Remember, you want exact answers. So because it's multiple choice. Every time it's multiple choice, you want exact answers. So 3.9 times 3, 27, 9, 10, 11. 11.7, which had to be letter D. I know it's a lot of work, but that's what is going to be required to be when you take that Smarter Balance exam. Okay? So that's number 3. Let's go to number 4. Okay. Number 4. This one's also a very easy one it's a pain in the butt. Come on, people. You guys need to get these right. We put these on over and over and over because we're not getting it correct. First step is definitely do parentheses. I have to do parentheses first. So 4 times 2, and then 4 times 2 again. I know that 4 times 2 is 8x. 4 times another 2 is 8. So I'm going to put a minus. I just dropped it. I didn't touch the plus, so I'm going to put it there, and I'm going to drop the 12 there. Okay? Now the next step is going to be combine like terms. I know this is 8x, but I don't see an 8x. I don't see an x anywhere else. So that one just drops. 12 minus 8 will give you 4. And that was the answer, 8x plus 4, which is letter A. So go ahead and copy that down. Number 5 is next. Number 5. Rational numbers. Select all of them that are rational numbers. -8. Square root of 24 over 12. 5 repeating. Okay. Super easy problem. First one is rational because it's a whole number. The second one, if you did 24 divided by 12, you can't do that. That one has a square root symbol. You can't divide something that's inside a square root symbol. And anyways, the square root of 24 is automatically irrational because it's a non-perfect square root. This one is a repeating decimal. Repeating decimals are nice decimals. Rational. This one, you know what the square root of 25 is? It's 5. That means it's rational. So the answer was letter A, C, D. Number 6 now. Number 6. Which of the closest is approximate for the cube root of 60? We're looking at cube roots. Hopefully, you did not do 3 times 60 gives you 180. You could have eliminated letter D. That one's way off. So I'm going to use my answer choices to answer this question. I know that a cube root, I have to multiply a number 3 times to give me something close to 60. So I have 4 times 4 times 4. I know that's 64. Ladies and gentlemen, clearly that's the answer. Because the other one is 8 times 8 times 8. I know that 8 times 8 is 64. So when I do 64 times 8, what's the calculator? 64 times 8, that's 512. Clearly B is wrong. And I'm not even going to check C. The answer is A. That was it. Okay, number 7 is next. Janet the fire, okay. These questions, super easy. Janet the firefighter is leaning a 10-foot ladder from her fire truck against a burning building to reach a window to rescue Tom the cat. Okay, here's my ladder. Here's the building. Oh, it's burning. Oh my God. And here's a cat. I don't know. Here's a cat. She's using a 10-foot ladder. That means that's 10. Okay? Her fire truck is right here. Here's her fire truck. If she is standing 5 feet away from the building, she's 5 feet away. How tall is the building? That's how you have to set it up. Easy. You just read the problem. Okay? So you just label your pieces. Right across from it is always your hypotenuse. Therefore, this is your leg. That's your leg. And then just use the Pythagorean theorem. Leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. I know that one of my legs is x squared plus 5 squared equals 10 squared. X squared plus 25 equals 100. Circle, barrier. I have to get rid of that 25, so I'm going to do the opposite. Minus 25 minus 25. X squared equals 75. I have a trusty calculator when I do the radical. So the square root of 75 is 8.660. Round to the nearest tens place. Look across. So x equals 8.7. And that was letter B. There, you're done. Okay? That's how you do that one. Number 8, I will skip. I'm going to skip number 8. I'm not going to go over it. The majority of you guys got that problem right. If you got it wrong, please come to tutoring so I could go over that one. Let's go over number 9. Okay. Number 9. Select true or false to indicate whether each comparison is true. These are getting annoying too, people. Very annoying. Square root of 22. It's not multiple choice, so I could just approximate very quickly. Square root of 22 is here. That's the square root of 16. That's the square root of 25. So that's 4. That's 5. I know that the square root of 22 is over here. So I could pick 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9. It's not multiple choice. I could approximate. I don't have to get exact. Is $4 less than $4.50? Less than $4.60? Less than $4.70? Yeah, it's true. And then if you look at your answer choices, you automatically know that the first one is true, then letter B is out. That's the only one that says false at the beginning. So B is out. Let's do the next one. Same thing. Ay, ay, ay. Square root of 15 greater than 9. Square root of 15, that's 16. That's the square root of 9. 3, 4, 3.5. Square root of 15, so this was true, is over here. So you could pick 3.6, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9. Is $3.50 bigger than $9? No. Is $3.60 bigger than $9? No. This one is false. So I look at my answer choices. I could clearly eliminate letter A. It says true, true. I know that I should say true, false. So the only answers is C and D. That's the only thing. Let's do the last one. Pi plus 5 is less than the square root of 18. Pi is 3.14 plus 5. Ladies and gentlemen, if you said that 3.14 plus 5 is 3.19, that's wrong. $3.14 plus $5 is $8.14. I don't even have to draw a number line for this. I know that the square root of 18 is like 4 point something. $8.14 is not less than 4 point something. If you don't believe me, look. Square root of 16, square root of 25, that's 4. Boom. It's either 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4. $8.14 is not less than $4.10. $8.14 is not less than $8.20. That's false. So the answer should have been true, false, false. Letter D. I know it's a lot of work, but that's what you need to do to answer this question. Number 10 now. Okay. I forgot to go over this one in the other last video. It says the sum means addition, of twice. The word twice means you're going to multiply by 2 a number and 13. A number, clearly it's x, and then you should have 13. These should be the components that you should have in your answers. You need to have a plus sign. You need to have a 2 with the multiplication. You need to have an x. You need to have a 13. Does it say anything about an exponent? No. Boom. That one's out already. We didn't have any exponents. So A is out. So it says the sum of, that means you're adding. The sum of means you're adding. When you add 2 things, right? In this case, the sum of twice a number, twice a number, twice a number, and, so that's one part, and 13. So you're adding twice a number, and you're adding 13. That's the answer. You're looking at it, clearly you could eliminate that one. And if you want to check, 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 13 is actually 26. Clearly these two don't match. But then you look at it like, wait, none of them match. Well, clearly this one's out because the x is on the 13. 13 doesn't have an x. That's the answer. They just flipped it. You could rewrite it like this, and it's still the same thing. The answer was D. Okay, so this is diagnostic number 9. I did not go over number 8 just because the majority of you guys got that one right. If you got that one wrong, let me know and I'll go over and help you individually. But that's it for diagnostic number 9. Hopefully you're ready for diagnostic number 10.